Hi, this is Kim. Welcome back to another Art Addicts Alliance video collab. This month is The Other Greek Gods. Let's get into it. Okay, first things first, let's pull up our other members so you know who else is in the group. We have Jazz Capri, Web Like Dreams, Jenna Gets Creative, Pan-Dimensional Space Zombie, All Funnies and Games, Aurora's Art World, and the Lori Files. And for our guest artist, we have Invoke Art Sense. So those are the members. Okay, so little disclaimer, I am doing my voiceover outside of my art studio, in my bedroom. You are probably going to hear the fan whirling, and of course we have road construction right outside, so if you hear any additional noises, they are not actually included in the video. I do apologize. So getting into the video, I decided that with our crazy times that we're going through right now with the pandemic and everything else going on in the world, it would be very appropriate to create a Greek goddess of hysteria. So my goddess's name is Hes, and she shows up in times of panic. She shows up whenever there is something going on. She also invokes nightmares, and you will know when she has been in your presence because there will be a wild mess of feathers, and it's confusing. I know, I get it. It was kind of hard for me to create this goddess, but I thought, okay. So the materials that I'm using for this video are a little different. I've only used these materials before in one other video on my art channel, Kimber Kiwi Art. So I'm going to explain what I'm using here. I decided I was going to go a little different from my usual, and I am putting down a sheet of Frisket paper on top of my art piece. And then I'm going to be using an Exacto knife to cut around the areas that are going to get cut out. So then afterwards, after I've trimmed around the edges of the Frisket paper, I'm going to peel those areas off and leave the Frisket paper on my goddess image. And then I'm going to be airbrushing. So I'm going to be airbrushing this piece with Copic markers. I have my Copic Air Grip, and I have a very small can of air. And I'm going to use up whatever I have left in this can because this was a leftover can from a previous project. And then whatever additional color I'm going to put into the art piece, I'm just going to go ahead and use my Copic markers to fill it in. And then, of course, me being really crazy and fanatic about inking in my art pieces, I am going to ink in my goddess after I remove the Frisket paper. So through the video, you are going to see Frisket, airbrush, more Copic markers, and of course lining with ink. All the materials are going to be listed below in the description box. So if you have any questions about the materials, you could look there first. And I will describe where I get my materials. And then if you have any additional questions or concerns, you could always hit me up on my socials, which are also listed below in the description box. And places you could find my art. And as always, my art pieces, they're all up for sale. So I sell prints from home, and later on, whenever I get my Cricut machine, I may be making stickers and other little graphics of my art pieces. You just have to keep up with me so you know what I'm doing at the time. So I'm going to stop babbling, and I will let you enjoy the rest of the video, and we'll see you next time. Thank you. Bye.